We are dashing.
We're dashing.
We're dashing.
Hey guys, welcome back to the vlog. We are in our glorious van and it's actually Valentine's Day today and we are celebrating by door dashing.
Yeah, we're doing something a little different this year. We instead of doing like a big fancy dinner or something like that, we just wanted to try something new. We've always wanted to try door dashing. So we just signed up a few days ago and we've only done a couple of like practice deliveries because we have never done this before.
So we don't mess up people's orders.
Yeah, we kind of know what we're doing ish, but we've never done like today we're doing 3 hours of DoorDash. So instead of going to a fancy dinner, we're gonna DoorDash for 3 hours, and it's kind of interesting, but I think it'll be fun. It's
cool because so we're gonna save money by not going to a fancy dinner. Right. Plus we don't have to deal with like the big crowds and all that stuff because I don't like crowds. And then we also get to spend it together, and then on top of it we get to make a little money. So it's like,
how much do you think we'll make? We're doing 3 hours. Yeah. If we make $1,000, then I'm going to be door dashing all the time. We're going to do it for 3 hours, and I bet we make...
They say you average like $30 an hour.
In the Phoenix area, that's what they said, 30 bucks an hour.
Yeah, like give or take. And it'd be interesting to hear if you guys have ever door dashed. Let us know like about how much you make an hour and like what area you're in, because it'd be interesting to know if that varies or if it's mostly like $30 an hour across. Yeah. You know,
I don't know. I think we're going to go to North Phoenix because we're close by to North Phoenix, so we'll go there.
And they are busy and they are doing the
extra $1.50
promo.
Okay, we're going to reset the mileage. So we'll go trip A, put that to 0. We'll go down to our fuel economy, which is 33.2 on average. We'll reset that. Now we'll know about how much fuel we used. All right, we have made it to the hot spot, our first hot spot. So it seems like it's kind of hard to get in the queue. We have no orders and we've driven, I mean, we're like 20 miles in.
We did go to a little bit further away place because a $2.50 peak pay came up and they're also busy.
But we've driven 20 and a half miles and gotten nothing.
Yeah.
So that's decently far. But we're at the Arrowhead Town Center in Glendale for those of you who live here, and we're just sitting and waiting for an order, so we might as well. Oh, just got one.
A high pay order.
Cafe Rio Mexican Grill, $8, and
it's really close.
1.8 miles.
Okay, all right. So we're gonna head to Cafe Rio, and then we will pick it up and go deliver it.
Cafe Rio.
Cafe Rio is good.
$8. Amanda had the idea we should just DoorDash live. That would be awesome.
I would totally watch someone DoorDash live.
I would watch somebody DoorDash live too.
But like while we're DoorDashing, we would answer questions kind of like this, except just live instead of filming.
I think it's a great idea. I like the whole thing. Please comment below if you'd be interested in DoorDash live, which sounds so dumb, but I think it could be cool. I would watch somebody DoorDash live.
Yeah, or if you're like, no thanks.
I would try to get orders in to see if I could get them to come to my house or something.
I know.
We'll just drive around Phoenix, getting people's food.
That would be fun.
And are you going to be the runner?
Yeah, I'll run in.
You're the runner? Okay.
Okay. Click arrived at store.
Arrived.
And then I'll run in.
Okay.
Grab the order.
Well, that was easy.
This was an awesome one. This is my theory about this area.
This was a good one.
There's so many restaurants, and there's also like a lot of residential around here, so I feel like it could be like zip, zip, zip.
So this whole order will take us what, like 6 minutes to 8 minutes, and it'll be $8?
Yeah.
Oh, there's C. B.
Arrived.
There's F. C. ABC.
I think.
I don't see a D. Oh, there's D.
The customer requested you cancel the order. They added the following instructions. Cancel to me. Leave the front desk.
Why does that do that? I bet F is back there. Okay, good luck. Building F. Amanda's walked all the way across this thing. There's a sign. There's a sign right here. It shows where F is. Whoops.
I met a subscriber in there.
Oh, did they know you?
It wasn't the lady who bought it.
Like, here's
But
your
food. No, I gave it to her, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, he looks so familiar."
Really?
Oh, really? And she was like, "What's your name?" And I was like, "Amanda." And she's like, "Oh, I know Amanda. Like, you look so familiar." She has a YouTube channel, and I was like, "Oh yeah, that's me."
Oh, really?
And she was like, "Oh my gosh, I follow you!" Like, it was so awesome. So I got a picture with her.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
She took a picture? Did you say it because I'm out door dashing?
Yeah, I was like, "We're actually vlogging today."
Did you say we're actually out door dashing for Valentine's Day?
I didn't tell her the whole spiel, but
Oh, you should have.
I wonder if we're double dashing or something.
I bet we are double dashing.
I think we actually are. Both from the same person, I think.
Oh, so we're picking up from Noodles and Company and this place and bringing it to the same person.
So we're doing 2 pickups and
2
one
pickups
delivery.
and 1 delivery.
Okay. We haven't done this before.
We haven't done anything before. We have no idea what we're doing.
Let's do some questions.
Okay.
All right. Have you guys ever thought about having more kids, or was 3 enough? I wanted 6 when forever.
Yeah.
And then we had Luke, and I was like, 4 is good. We were probably going to have 4, except once we had Noah, we just felt like our family was complete.
Yeah. We're definitely done after 3.
Yeah.
For sure.
Is this your forever house? So our Arizona home.
It's
People probably
hard.
don't know because we always were like, Utah's our forever home. Utah's our
I
forever
know.
home. And we're like, guess what? We're moving.
I would say yes, but I don't know if we have a forever home. You know, Utah, I was so positive that was it. And I love Utah to this day. If we were going to leave Arizona, I'd go back to Utah. I mean, I was so positive that was our forever home. And then 3.5 years later, we were gone. I would like to think so.
I think before, well, so Kyle was in the Air Force for several years. 6 years.
6 years, yeah.
We just moved several times. Then we moved after the Air Force. And so our family was used to moving like every couple of years. And so I think in one way it's been good for the kids because it's kind of made them more resilient in that way. And I think it's also made our family, like our little family, closer because everywhere we move, like that's all we have. You know, we make friends, but that's like our core, what you have.
Right. I don't think we're going to be doing it anytime soon, unless we're forced to for some reason. But
yeah,
if it's not going to be by choice, I don't think for quite a while. Arizona's been very good to us.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
And me personally, I've always wanted to live in Arizona forever. So
yeah,
it's like my.
I was not about it at all, but actually I love it here.
Yeah.
I thought the weather would drive me out, but actually the weather is a huge plus.
Okay, what was your favorite makeover?
That's a tough one. I don't even know if I can answer it. See, there'd be 2 different things. There'd be my favorite one that was to do, and there'd be my favorite one that was
Turn
result.
left onto Northwest
Okay, what's
Grand
your favorite
Avenue.
one to do?
I would say the budget boho was probably the best one to do. We were much more organized, and we were able to stay at the house. I don't know if it was the easiest, but probably the funnest to do because they watched our kids.
My sister lives here in the Phoenix Valley also. They
Swapped
came
houses.
to our house and watched our kids for us. And Kyle and I went and stayed at their house. And we did it over 2 weeks.
Yeah, we did, but we only stayed at their house
for like 2 or 3
2 days,
and then we'd go home for 2 or 3 days and then go
came
back. Yeah.
Yeah, because we had to get some stuff to finish it, but that worked out really nice. The toughest one to do was definitely the one in Montana.
Yeah.
Because we had a camper and we were away from all of our normal shopping, and they don't have all the stores and stuff that we needed, so we had to really make sure we had all of our stuff.
Yeah.
And the weather was
the farm. Did you say the farmhouse?
the farmhouse makeover. Yeah, and the it started snowing and we were in the camper, and it was fun.
Yeah, and there were like so many DIY projects to be done, so it just was like, and it was also late October or something in Montana, so it was like snowy and freezing, and
it was fun, but the most challenging.
Yeah.
I would say for sure.
Yeah. So I would agree with like that. Those were like the easiest and hardest to do.
In terms of result, I don't know what my favorite one would be. I think they're all good.
I feel like the budget boho is my favorite result in the way like it's totally my style.
I think so,
I
too.
love just like how calm the rooms were. Also, every time we do makeovers, like we learn so much. You look back at makeovers and you're like, well, like why did I do that? I would have done something totally different. But there is something so special about makeovers that are so challenging. And I feel like with my sister, they have a very like just normal, simple builder grade house. And so, you know, the walls are normal, the flooring is normal. There wasn't as much challenge with that. Whereas the apartment makeover up in Montana, which you haven't seen that because I went up without you. Yeah. There's something so rewarding about taking a space that's like, you know, really small or has really weird angles or strange flooring or, you know, whatever, and then turning it into something beautiful. And so those kind of makeovers are kind of my favorite because they feel the most rewarding.
Yeah.
You know, like, wow, like we really transformed this
Yeah.
place. And I feel like the farmhouse makeover was kind of like that. Like we had a lot of challenges, like the boys sharing the room, our niece's smaller bedroom, or, you know, things like that. And so it's hard, but we love makeovers and we can't wait to do more. I can't find the question, but I know someone had asked, I had seen it somewhere, would we like to do makeovers for other people? And that's also a common question we get a lot.
Yeah.
And the answer is
at the light. Turn
yes.
left onto
We
West
literally
Bethany Hill Road.
set yearly goals, and we get with our managers, figure out like what's a goal for this year, and that was on the list this year.
Like one of the top
goals. The hold up on that is legalities.
Turn right
Like
onto
we got to
North
make sure to
49th
protect
Avenue.
ourselves
Then turn
in
left onto
case
West
something
Solana
goes
Drive.
wrong. So that's what we're working on right now. But yes, I mean that would be like the ultimate. That would be so cool to just go around and make over spaces and change people's homes, and because the people that we've done it for, they're like, man, it changes. Like we're so much more organized. We feel more at home. It motivated us to do this. Like it really has been a big change for them. It's very rewarding. Yeah. Noodles and Company. Yeah, we're here.
I just have to get everything.
Go pick up that first one. Okay.
Store. Okay.
All
right. Be right back. Yeah, we're almost here. And she said, "Do not knock or ring the doorbell." Thank you.
She must have a kid sleeping.
Probably
I'm
some
guessing.
kids or something.
Yeah. She's staying at home with the kiddies.
Turn right
Please don't
onto
sound
North
like that.
48th
Please do
Lane.
not knock or ring the doorbell.
Yeah.
And then someone does it, and you're like, "Why?
Why are you just
A
smoking?
cute cat over there."
Cute
100
little
feet.
kitty cat.
The destination is on your right. Arrive.
Okay, I'll run it up.
Okay, I'll be here.
Paying attention for another dash.
Waiting for my next dash. All right, so we're nearing the end of our dash-a-thon here. It's actually 1:32. We're on our way to our last delivery, which will be 1:49.
But it's like on our way home.
It's
so-
on the way home is why we took it. Yeah, it's literally half the way home, so
Yeah.
it couldn't have been more perfect.
Mhm.
And it's a big one, $21.75.
They ordered a lot of food.
They ordered a lot of food. So then we'll sit down. We actually switched accounts halfway through. We were on my account, and then we tried doing two at the same time, and that didn't really work out great.
You were fine. I was like panicking, like, oh my gosh, are we gonna make it in time?
You did not handle the stress.
I was very
well.
stressed.
So we just did Amanda's account, which actually is funny. We've gotten way bigger tips
Mhm.
with yours than with mine. Like the reason we're doing this is just to try something new, not to be like stressed out,
Well,
pedal to the
we
metal all the time.
had this idea kind of like as a curiosity a long time ago.
Yeah, we've been wanting to do this video for a long time, actually.
Yeah. And my sister, they said that they sometimes just go door dashing.
I can't remember. I don't want to put words in their mouth, but
Yeah.
they like to golf. I think that's how they said they paid for golf.
Yeah.
And we found two places we wrote down that we're going to try to eat at next week. Mondo's was like a Mexican
Yeah.
place.
It smelled so good in there.
Today is Tuesday, and there's a Mexican place where we live that does Taco Tuesdays. So we're going to go get some food after this because I'm actually starving.
Yeah.
And smelling everybody's delicious food. Like we have that Noodles and Company.
Yeah.
Yeah, back there right now, it smells so good.
Yeah. Okay, since it's Valentine's Day, what's your favorite part of your marriage? So you can go first.
Favorite part?
Me.
Yes. That's a pretty deep question if you think
Yeah.
about it.
I think my favorite part is I feel like we are best friends.
Turn right.
We always say to each other, like, oh, you're my best friend. Like, we just say that randomly. And I think part of it is because we kind of grew up together. We met when we were 17. Our real growing up we did together. And so we've grown together.
Our
In
entire
a
adult
little while,
lives have
turn
been
right
together.
onto
Yeah.
West
Like
Rockview Road.
literally our entire adult life.
Right. So I think that's like my favorite part of our marriage is just that
Yeah.
I really just feel like we're best friends. We
Yeah.
hang out together. We do things together.
Companionship is
Yeah.
nice. But it's more than just like a buddy.
Right.
Yeah.
Buddy.
What's up, bro?
And you make me laugh. I
Yeah.
actually didn't realize that Kyle was the funny one until we vlogged. Because, like, I think I just always was
Turn right
laughing.
onto West
And so it might
Rockview
have
Road.
made me think, like, I'm funny. Because I'm always laughing. But
Yeah.
it turns out
You're-
he's the funny
You're
one.
pretty funny sometimes.
Pretty funny.
In a quarter
Get there
mile,
now and
turn
again.
left onto North 4th
Yeah.
Drive.
And then
Oh,
what piece of
okay.
advice would you give to newlyweds?
My big thing is you have to realize that it's like you and your wife kind of like operate as
In
one.
half a mile,
There's really not a you and me. It's like this is what we do together.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean you need to check in on every single little thing. It doesn't mean that, but it's just your thought process has to change from what I want to do to what
at
we
the next
want
stop
to do,
sign, turn
Yeah.
left.
if that makes sense.
Yeah, I agree. We kind of learned early on is like you and I are the
At the
only
stop
ones that
sign,
are going
turn
to
left onto West Carefree
protect our
Highway.
marriage.
Yeah.
And so you have to take that so seriously. Like you have to be always like doing anything you can to protect your marriage from any outside sources, from the world, stress. And
Treat it like it's
work.
very fragile.
Yeah. I feel like one thing that if I could go back, I would really prioritize our time together, like you and me. Because I feel like for the first couple years, our entire world revolved around Luke, which is a good thing, but it also puts strain on a marriage. Like you have to really make that a focus. And like nowadays, we put the kids to bed and we have like almost like an at-home date night every night. Not really doing anything fancy, but like we might play video games, we might watch a show, we might just sit and talk or whatever.
Yeah.
But even if we're like just cleaning the kitchen together, but it's like time you and me alone together.
Yeah.
How did we meet?
Taco Love.
Taco Bell.
I was Amanda's boss and she wanted a promotion and
What?
I'm just kidding. That's not at all what happened. That's not at all what happened. But no, I was your boss for a little while.
We were like 17 probably when we met. So
we worked at Taco Bell. We should clarify there.
Yeah, we worked at Taco Bell. You were one of the managers. I was just a lowly.
Yeah. I came there were 3 Taco Bells in town and I got moved from one to the other one.
Yeah. But you know what's crazy is we had so many opportunities because we went to the same
elementary
school. Part of the time we went to the same middle school. And then also our houses were like maybe 2 or 3 blocks away.
Yeah, we lived very close to each other for a long time and went to the same school. We had to have met at some point.
Yeah. You guys have to let me know, do you believe in soulmates? Because I do, and I totally feel like because we had so many chances to meet, I think if we didn't work at Taco Bell or whatever, and meet that way, I think that we would have met at some point.
At some point, in some way.
That's what I feel.
Yeah. Do you believe in love at first sight? I know you do. I remember meeting you.
I think someone literally said something about love at first sight.
You loved me. I know the first time we met, because I remember thinking oh, okay, Amanda's into me.
He was very tall.
That was summer of 2007. So 17 is 10 years, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. This summer will be 16 years ago. We dated for about 2 years and we've been married. This September will be 14 years married, which is crazy to think about.
Okay, do we ever argue? I don't think so.
I
don't think we ever have. We're still waiting for our first argument.
We definitely have. It's pretty rare though. Okay, we do have disagreements. I'm trying to remember the last time we had an argument.
Yeah. It's not very often,
it's
but
very
I think
rare. It's been a while.
Yeah. It's a lot different than when we were first married because we're just comfortable and we just know this is not something worth arguing about.
Right.
So I think we both just let go of little
Turn
petty
left
things.
into the parking lot.
When we were first married, I would be very particular about how the groceries were put away or how the dishwasher was loaded, things like that. And then it would get to the point where Kyle didn't want to do those things because it was I would just go behind him and change it all.
Anyway.
And then I would resent that he doesn't help do that. But it's, and so now it's we have a lot better communication and we, don't get upset about a lot of
destination.
Things. Yeah, we do argue, but I would say they're few and far between.
We're much more wise than we were, obviously, when you're younger.
It's we're just too tired to argue.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm too tired for this.
Just forget it. I just don't care.
You want to just get along instead.
Let's just DoorDash.
Yeah. Let's just DoorDash.
Whatever, dude.
One comment we get a lot is how do you guys work together? Not have a lot of time alone. And we work together very well, thankfully.
Yeah.
I think it's been a good thing for our relationship. I think it would have been fine anyway, but
it's been a good thing for everybody.
I would actually love to know on the other channel, on the This Crazy Life channel, what are your guys' favorite types of videos that you see? I feel personally, I love the makeovers and house projects, doing things like that. One, because we do get to do it together.
Yeah.
And two, it's just my personal passion. I love that stuff.
I like the house projects videos. I think they're pretty cool.
Yeah.
And it improves where we live.
Right.
So that's always good.
In an ideal world, I would love for the channel to go just more in that direction. The unfortunate thing about that is those videos take way more time up front, preparing and stuff.
Yeah.
Makeovers and things like that.
Well, there are a lot more costs up front.
Right.
Because you have to buy all the materials and tools.
Right. Okay. So someone asked, I have an underactive thyroid. How did you happen on the AIP diet? So I have Hashimoto's and I've had it pretty much since we moved to Utah. Officially diagnosed, I think, late that year, about a year, that I was going through it and I didn't realize that's what it was. I've known about it for several years, and then this last summer, everything got way too bad. Like, I was feeling terrible all the time, and I was like, I have to do something drastic and figure this out, and I just had not been able to find anything that was working, and so I kind of like hit rock bottom on it, and that's when I decided to just do it, and it's helped me a lot. Pretty much in December, I fell off the wagon with it. I still have stayed gluten-free and dairy-free, but I have loosened up a lot of other things. I still mostly don't do sugar, but I've done sugar for sure. Sometimes, and around Christmas, that was like...
Yeah, the holidays did not help.
Yeah, January and February, like I mostly don't do a lot of sugar, and if I do sugar, it's like very intentional. And I think I just need to really stick like very strict paleo kind of, because paleo is almost like AIP, but AIP takes out even more. It's just helped a lot. Like if you were struggling with an autoimmune, I would definitely look into it.
It helped you a lot, for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
And now it's hard because I don't want to go back to AIP because it is so restrictive and so hard, like with a family. However, I'm also not driven the same way because I'm not feeling as bad as I was before. And so I don't have that same push to do it. So,
Yeah.
what are your favorite date night ideas?
We always do dinner.
Yeah. A lot of times, like if we go out, we just like go to a fun dinner spot.
Do
That
dinner.
we wouldn't normally go with the kids.
Yeah. Somewhere
Like a
a
bit
little nicer, a little pricier, maybe.
Yeah.
Like
Just
Brazilian.
like a big like sit down dinner.
And then we really go just walk around places like malls or interesting areas or
Or DoorDash.
Yeah, yeah. Or Dash on Valentine's Day for no reason.
Usually our anniversaries we do like cheap fast food.
Really crappy dinner somewhere.
Yeah, it happened like on accident the first year because Kyle had to go to work and I was pregnant with Luke, so we didn't have a lot of time. So we like got Pizza Hut or something,
Yeah.
and then the next year we bought a house and we were like waiting for them to accept our offer. So we like
Steak
ended
and
up
shake on that one.
getting fast food, and then I don't remember the third year, but it's like there were so many years. And then literally like on our 10-year anniversary, we decided we're going to go somewhere nice because we were in New York celebrating our 10-year anniversary.
Yeah.
We actually have like a whole vlog on that, which was really fun. We went to this really fancy steakhouse that overlooked the World Trade Center. And we were like, wow, the steak is only like $20 here. That's a pretty good deal. The appetizer came and it was like 5 pieces of ravioli that was like $20 or something. And then our steak came and it was literally 5 strips of steak.
Yeah, like a tiny strip of steak, yeah. We left there and
Pretty
went to a
much 5
pizza
bites.
place.
Yeah. So then after that, we were like, we're starving. And we went and got pizza.
Yeah, so that was a fail.
So
that one even failed.
Yeah. So we still had like fast food basically
It was a cool place to eat, but
it was.
the food was not. And the food was good. The few bites you got were good.
Yeah. These guys are like backed up on this mountain.
Yeah,
It does not even show on camera,
Yeah,
but it is
not
so
even close.
pretty.
It is, and it's so green.
Yeah.
The desert's green this year.
Yeah.
Okay, we're at the wrong house. All right, so our final numbers are in. Mistakes were made. So this is a little under what we probably, if now we know, if we would do it a little different, this is less than we would have done. But okay, so on my account, we made $51.25, and on yours, we made $50.50.
Yeah.
So $102,
Yeah.
something like that,
Yeah.
for about 3 hours. So that's just over $30 an hour, which is what we thought. But I think we could be more efficient if we wanted. Let's see here. So let's say $102. So we went 105.2 miles, and we got 33.6 miles per gallon, which is pretty good. I'm happy for this. So 3.13 gallons of gas approximately times 350 a gallon. So $11 in fuel. So we profited
Like
90
about
bucks.
90 bucks.
About 90 bucks.
Yeah.
So that's actually right at $30 an hour after gas.
And I do think, like you
That's
said,
not
we
too-
could have been a lot more productive,
We-
a lot more
yeah.
productive with our time.
Yeah, we would have made more knowing what we know now. We
Yeah.
would have just been more efficient. But
Yeah.
so like $30 an hour, I don't know if I'd do that. But I'm not quite that confident about it. But that's pretty decent.
Yeah.
I'm happy with it. And it was a fun experience.
Yeah.
Are you wanting to do it again?
hmm
I think I would do it again.
And now I bet I have good stats. 100%, 100%.
Okay. All
I
right,
am like a top dash.
we are in the parking lot of the Taco Tuesday place, and I'm starving.
Kyle's
so
getting a little hangry.
time
We all
to,
know.
It's time to wrap. I do get hangry. I'll admit it. When I start getting hungry, a little grumpier, it's time to wrap
Starts
this up
driving
and be
crazy.
done for the day.
Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Let us know if you would ever be interested in doing like a live DoorDash. I think it would be a lot of fun.
I think it'd be a blast.
Yeah, only if you guys are interested in doing that, or
Yeah.
we'll just DoorDash by ourselves. We'll see.
No, actually, it was fun. It was fun. Let's go get some tacos.
All right, anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today, and we will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
Underneath rays of gold, your body oh so close. No, I can't forget, no. When I saw you on the dance floor, oh, I saw you who saw me first. I guess it's history now, and I shouldn't care, but it still hurts. I didn't realize the danger. 'Cause you're the
If they had this when I was a teenager, I would have been a dashing pro. Tili boba.
I haven't heard of that one.
Tili boba. Do we have to keep this G rated, or?
Yes.
I'm gonna see if I can do a burnout with the van. Ready? Oh, do you hear that?